If you've learned Blender, chances are you started with the donut tutorial. And honestly, it's amazing. It teaches you modeling, sculpting, materials, rendering. It's probably one of the best beginner tutorials on YouTube. But eventually, you finish the donut, and then you're left staring at Blender thinking, okay, now what? So today I wanted to give you a roadmap of projects that naturally build on each other, instead of you having to just jump from the donut tutorial into making your dream game or animated film, which can be a bit of a leap. Step 1 is the prop model. So if you completed the donut tutorial, congrats, you've done this part. But the goal of the prop model is to learn how to create a single object from start to finish. This does not have to be a donut. Sometimes with my students, I have them model a soda can, a pirate's treasure chest, or any random object laying in front of you. But the whole point is to model it from start to finish. And once you're finished, pat yourself on the back. Step 2 is what I call the table project. This is one of my favorite assignments I used to give my students. It's pretty simple. Step 1 is to model a table. Any kind of table. It's up to you which kinds. There's lots of different kinds. Now your table could be a dining room table, a desk, a bedside table. And then I want you to put 5 different objects on top of it. 5 objects that you model based on what you learn from the prop model. Professional artists rarely make just one object. Honestly, whatever fits the kind of scene you want to make. I did have one student argue that technically a bookshelf counted as a table. I didn't really buy the argument, but I did allow it. The reason I love this project so much is because it teaches you so many different skills at once. You're modeling multiple objects, you're thinking about scale, you're working with different materials, you're arranging objects so they actually look interesting, and you're starting to tell a little story. Maybe your desk has coffee mugs, pencils, notebooks, headphones. Suddenly you're not just making models anymore, but you're creating a scene. So speaking of scenes, the next project entails creating a full, small-scale environment. Think a tiny house, an isometric environment, such as a bedroom, an office, a wizard's lair. The goal is to make something small but manageable, and the goal is to finish this in under a week. Most of the time, my students create a tiny house, or their dream house, as they want to call it. But it's really up to you what you want this environment to be. Just make sure it is small but manageable and something you can finish in under a week. Now we're ready to think a little bigger. I challenge you to create a town, city, or village with at least 6 unique buildings, 1 road or path, and at least 3 extra details. These could be signs, plants, benches, trash cans, etc. And it must have a consistent style. It is important that everything belongs together, and this is where my students begin to feel overwhelmed. But interestingly, this is also where I find things start to click, because suddenly you're not just thinking about individual models anymore, you're starting to think like 3D artists. They started reusing assets, planning ahead, making smarter decisions. That's a huge step forward. Step 5, make it move. Now that you've built something, I want you to animate it. Notice how I didn't say make a short film. The bouncing ball is still one of the easiest animation exercises ever made for a reason, because it's simple, but you learn so much about timing, spacing, and motion. So I challenge you to animate something simple within either your town or another small project environment. Maybe you liked the smaller environment you made, maybe you have a completely different environment you want to animate. Maybe you want to animate the donut. That's fine. The whole point is to just make it move. I really want you to focus on the timing, spacing, and motion of the animation. Step 6 is to build your first character. Eventually, you'll want to build a character. But here's my advice. Don't make the next Pixar character. Keep it simple. In fact, I challenge you to make a robot. The robot must be a humanoid shape. It must have 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, and a torso. Now, a bonus challenge if you feel so inclined, I recommend the Blender Rigify plugin to quickly rig your robot. I will link to a great tutorial on how to use it in the description. And then I want to challenge you to make the robot wave. And if you've managed to get this far, I would love to see some of your robots in your environments. Please send them to me. I would love to hear what you guys have managed to accomplish. And I think a lot of beginners ask the wrong question. They ask, what's the coolest project I can make? But the better question is, what's the next project that teaches me one new skill? If every project teaches you something new, before you know it, you'll look back and you realize you've built an entire portfolio. I'll see y'all next week. Bye!